There's still a week until the release of Starfleet Academy, and it's already a massive failure. I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. Try the creator of the show, because she knows exactly what's coming up now. Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. Star Trek Starfleet Academy Season 1, Episode 1 of 2 commissioned seasons already, drops a week today, January the 15th, and you are never going to believe this, but the mainstream media who have already started to drop their reviews for the show are saying that it is fantastic. It's overwhelmingly positive. That one website that deals with gay stuff said that the show is unbelievable. And that other website that deals with gay issues says that this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Oh my goodness me. But there is a doubting Thomas in the mix. And that is the creator, I guess the showrunner, executive producer, and writer of Starfleet Academy. And she doesn't think much, probably in actual fact, she's prepared for it to be absolutely torn apart, because you can only be concerned about your show being torn apart when you realize that your show has absolutely nothing to do with the franchise that it's meant to be associated with, in this case, Star Trek. No, we're going to have Beverly Hills One Tree Hill 0210 in space, and it's gonna be absolute garbage. And if you don't believe me, let's hear it from her mouth.
Okay, let's talk Starfleet Academy. You have a writer credit, you have a producer credit. What are you excited for fans and Trekkies to know about this new batch of cadets?
Wait, I like this look already. What are fans of Star Trek? Oh my God, I forgot about them. As her eyes widen in abstract terror.
Starfleet Academy has been such a huge part of the Star Trek franchise. Yeah. We're finally...
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. Once upon a time in Rick Berman's days, they toyed with the idea of doing a Starfleet Academy series, if you didn't know. But Starfleet Academy itself only appeared very, very seldom in the show, and tended to be in the Next Generation, with an episode here or there throughout its 7 seasons. So let's not make fibs here.
Only getting a moment to talk about it. What are you excited to share to fans?
I am excited for the fans to dissect absolutely everything that they hate.
You can laugh all you want, Ms. Septon Ring, but you know that's going to be the truth, because you know that this has got absolutely bollocks all to do with Starfleet. And one of the things that the latest trailer failed miserably on was the fact that it had to lean into nostalgic elements of Star Trek to try and garner any interest whatsoever. So we heard voiceovers from Cisco, from Spock, from Picard, and of course from James T. Kirk, and they would put their images up on the screen as well, because they want to, as they've always done with Kurtzman Trek, try to con you into believing that this is Star Trek. But as Kurtzman has already said, it isn't about Star Trek, it's not about the show, it's about using the platform for their messages. Hence why little Miss Septon Ring, I think she's called Gaia Olinoria or whatever, is laughing here because she knows that this show will get torn to pieces.
They will do that.
Because it is a Star Trek rite of passage, and we know y'all are going to do it, and you're allowed to do it, because that is your right as fans.
Now, fair dues that she actually says that. It is our right as fans of Star Trek, particularly when shows have nothing to do with Star Trek. And once again, this show is desperately trying to bridge the old school Star Trek, which we've known from the 80s, 90s, moving into the early 2000s, with the Kurtzman slop, which has been a blight on the franchise now for way too many years. In actual fact, goes all the way back to Jar Jar Abrahams in 2009 with Bro Trek, or whatever the hell you wanted to call that movie. We have Robert Picardo in this season as the EMH hologram, who is now teaching at Starfleet Academy. I believe that Tom Paris is going to appear in season 2. So that will be some sort of holographic imagery, of course. If you've seen the trailer, it references Cisco going into the wormhole and sort of vanishing, the mystery of Cisco. And Robert Meyer Burnett, who is, my God, he's a massive Trek fan and has really been involved in the actual franchise for, decades upon decades now, did the Blu-ray interviews for the next gen. He's really been up in there. And he himself said, there is a 1,000-year gap between the original series with Captain Kirk and this setting here at Starfleet Academy. And the only people that they can reference are the people that we know about. Kirk, Picard, Cisco, Voyager crew. And the reason why they can only do that is because there's no iconic figures that they could even muster in their head to push things forward. You know, they should have been creating many different heroes of Starfleet that should have gone there. But no, you member these characters, you like these characters, therefore you like our show. That's how it works. No, that's not how it works in the slightest. Now, most of you have probably already seen the image of the Klingon in the series wearing himself a lovely little skirt there. It goes so well with him. I guess he's very honored to be wearing that. But listen to what the actor has to say about his character in the show, shall we?
The Klingon who loves bird watching more than battle. He's a soft-hearted Klingon.
Okay, let's carry on.
Sort of course, continuing to shift and change boundaries in the world of entertainment, but also in Star Trek. How do you feel about showing off a new side of what we understand Klingons to be in this franchise?
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I know that we're used to seeing Klingons as one way.
That's because Klingons are one way. They're a warrior race. That's what they are. They have technology above their means because they acquired it through conquest. That's the Klingon way. This Klingon in the TV show is there at Starfleet Academy because he wants to be a doctor. Oh my God, he's going like totes against the Klingon way. Oh my God, instead of like fighting and stuff and things, maybe we can try like healing. I don't know, like maybe.
But Klingons are, diverse people.
No, they're not.
And they've existed as healers.
They are not. They didn't. They're warriors. They're warriors with a code of honor. That is it. Full stop. End of.
On the show before, but we haven't really focused in and honed in on it.
Yeah, because it never existed. That's why it was never honed in on in the first place. This really fills you full of confidence, doesn't it, going into the show? This is once again the showrunners, the writers, the producers trying to push their ideology onto these different races within this Star Trek universe, because that's the only way that they can see it. Every single species must be stunning and brave and diverse in so many different ways, even if it doesn't actually fit. I mean, does it fit to have a half Jem'Hadar, half Klingon fat bitch that's dealing with the physical education of these students? No, it doesn't work because it looks fucking retarded. I mean, what the hell am I even looking at here? Judging by the scene that's going on, this ship's gonna fucking capsize. But here we go, because the show needs its body positive message and it needs to have its multicultural interbreeding, even though Jem'Hadar are only male and they were bred for one thing. which was war. But it's okay because now everyone's from San Francisco and they're just limp-wristed baguettes. But if you pop Starfleet Academy red carpet into your social media platforms, and goodness knows why this show has a red carpet, but never mind, you'll see that the vast majority of the attention is being taken up by a WWE wrestler called Becky Lynch, who apparently is in the show as well, as most of the interest seems to be focusing on her. I mean, it takes 4 posts before we see poor Janeway and the EMH, for goodness sake. But then it's business as usual as we go back onto Becky, because, of course, this is just pomp and circumstance, and make me feel important. Because, my God, the one thing they'll never be for this show is relevant. What Starfleet Academy truly feels like is a teen drama from the 90s, which unfortunately has all the baggage of far leftist ideology in 2026. And that's going to make it insufferably bad, as opposed to just potentially saccharine. And we'll all find out 1 week from today, because we're going to watch it. And just like the writer herself said, and we'll make sure that we tell you exactly all the things that we don't like, which will probably take the whole runtime of the show. But there you go. I'll see you in the next video. You take care. Goodbye, Baloo Boo.